Hello everyone, welcome to this young channel. Today I'm just going to share with you guys some of the settings that I feel are really good, to help you in Apex Legends. A lot of things you may not know, and that'll help you out. Some things you will know, just be patient. There's some really important and cool things coming up. So let's take a look at the settings then. I'm going to start from the top, and whatever is I feel that needs to change, that is for your benefit, I will tell you. The rest of it and most of it is personal preference. So interact prompt style, this is preference, I have it on default. Button hints, preference, I have it on default, or this is on. Crosshair damage feedback, this is a big one. The X, some people have the X for the shield icon. When you're shooting, see that little X that comes there? That can be kind of distracting and can interfere with your control of the gun. Put it off, it's clean. You don't see that X. Damage numbers, stacking, definitely want to be on stacking. So you know the total number of damage that you've done, rather than say both. You see the little floating numbers up there? That's kind of distracting. Some people like it, but I find stacking to be the best, just the total number of damage. Easier to call out to your teammates how much you've done. Ping opacity is preference. Obituary is mandatory on. You need to know, the kill feed. When map rotation is preference, I like it on. Weapon auto cycle on empty, this definitely should be off. Definitely. So let's just go here. Because sometimes what happens is you automatically press triangle to weapon swap when you know you're out of ammo. And then what happens if it auto swaps, then you end up swapping back and then you don't have any ammo. So definitely put that off. Auto sprint, I have it on. Now I'll explain this a little later with the button layout, but I put it on to save myself a button. I can use L3 for something else. Double tap sprint off. Damage feedback 3D, this is preference. Taking damage closes death box menu, I got it on. Hop up on, doesn't really make a difference. Streamer mode all. Some people have it off, but they like to see the names, but I find all incredibly useful, because when you're seeing the kill feed and you're going towards a fight, you can sort of see who's using what weapon and what legend is down. It can tell you the team composition, so you know who you have to prioritize. Like if you know a lifeline is popping off near you and you can see that, you can take her out first, so you don't have to worry about those annoying reses, or basically you can make your own decisions from there. I find that the information helps a lot. Maybe that's the crypto main in me, but yeah. Anonymous mode, I think leave on disabled. Which is sharing enabled. Performance display, this tells you how much your ping and FPS is, your frame rate. I put it off because I'm playing from South Africa, so we have a really high ping, which is like a plus 200, and during the game I found that if I hit 250 ping or something, that was a bit sad, so it changed the way I play. So I'd rather not know what my ping is. Color blind, some people swear by Triton Nopia. I mean, I've used it. I'm just too used to the default, which is off, so I'm just stuck with that. Subtitles, you don't want them on, you want them off, and you want to convert voice chat to text off. Alright, let's go to the controller. But before we get there, let's just talk about the FOV. FOV, field of view, right? It should not be below 94, and above 104 in my opinion. Sorry about that. So if I look here, this is still like a nice field of view, you see everything, but when you go to max, you get this weird fish eye thing. I don't know if you can tell. It's like sort of like a globe kind of look on the side of your screen. So definitely 104 will be the max. You don't really see that globe effect as much, the fish eye. And you definitely don't want to go below 94, because then you can't tell what's happening around you. If someone's flanking you, or if you see an enemy from the side, it becomes difficult. I play on 96, that's just personal preference, as long as it's between 94 and 104. If you don't have it to that value, then you need to change it now, because, well, also your FOV will affect your sensitivity. So if you're playing on 70, for example, I know nobody does, but if you're playing on 70, then your sense is going to be extremely high, right? And if you, same sense, and if you're on 110, it's extremely slow. So the first thing to do is change your FOV, then go and set your sensitivity on your aiming, whichever feels comfortable. Now, you can see I have ALC enabled. I'm going to get to that in a second. Button layout. I was using evolved for a while, well, for 6 seasons, and I found that the crouch on the R stick prevented me from aiming properly during crouch spanning. You know, to track the targets, because I couldn't really crouch, hit that same button and aim with it. I found this to be much better. So what I do is I have mine on customize, and I have my crouch on the left analog stick, and I don't really use the right analog stick, but it's on sprint. The only thing that is now why it's still there instead of something useful is because of the toggle to zoom. That's the only reason. If it wasn't for that, I probably would have it as reload or something. So that's my jump is L1, melee is circle, and my tactical is on X, and of course crouch is on the left analog stick. Stick layout default, tap to use and reload on the interact reload. Crouch is toggle, aim is hold. I don't think toggle here, definitely not. If you're playing with paddles, then I think crouch should be on hold. I haven't tried it. Dead zones on none, because when you want to hit your trigger, you want it to fire immediately. You don't want to have a dead zone where you have to go halfway. So now if I'm putting on high, on max, and I'm tapping it, you can hear the click, but it's not registering. So definitely go all the way to the bottom on that. Menu cursor speed, I like to have it on a medium, so I can, you know, scroll through the dead boxes relatively fast. Movement dead zone on small, inverted look off, vibration on. Some people like it off, but I play with it on. Alright, now the main thing, advanced look controls. Nothing fancy here, let's go into it. When you first open advanced look controls, right, if you restore the defaults, it will be as if you're playing on 3.3. That's how it is, and it'll be on classic. So I do play on 4.4 with classic, but there's something that I've learned with the ALC, so now I use it. But so I've sort of copied these settings into my ALC, and then I've went from there. So I'm still playing classic, just with ALC. Let's start from the top, right? You got to put it on, then you'll be able to use it. Your dead zone, start all the way from the bottom. So if I put it all the way to the bottom, I can see my cursor is moving, so I just put it on the lowest where it doesn't have a movement. If you're playing on classic, then you just leave this where it is. Moving it up and down will change it to steady, fine aim, that sort of thing. I'm not sure what you guys play, but I don't know those values, how many clicks it is. Maybe you'll be able to find it out of this or left at default. Right here, your speed. This is your side-to-side movement. So this line here is 3 cents. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 clicks is 1 sensitivity. So I'm playing on 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. If you're playing on 5, then you'll add another 5 clicks, and that's basically how you copy your settings, your sense into your ALC. The same with pitch is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4, and that is your up and down movement. Right? These here I left because these are classic, so I left them the same. And the ADS, well, again, because I'm playing on 4, then 1, 2, 3, 3 clicks above the line, which is 3, and same for pitch, 3 clicks. Right? I did add a little bit here, just a little bit. I found that I find that the ADS is, even though it's on 4, it doesn't feel the same as your hip fire. It's a bit slower, so I just wanted to speed it up a little bit. I'm not sure if it makes a difference. And target compensation and melee compensation on. Now, this is my per optics ADS sense. This has been an absolute game changer for me, right? Absolute game changer. If you look at FOV, right, and how by making your FOV smaller, which makes your screen more zoomed in, then your same sense becomes faster, right? So it's the same with the optics. A 2 times optic has a lower FOV than your 1 times. So to move the same distance, you're gonna need a higher sensitivity. So let's say you're controlling the gun, your R301. You got your anti-recoil pattern, so you can hit all your shots. Then that's for your 1 times, and you've mastered that. Now, if you have a 2 times, and it's the same sense, you kind of have to put a bit more pressure on your anti-recoil, to get it to hit your targets. So I found that these values here, 1.4, 2, 2.6, on your 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times, actually makes it feel similar or the same to the 1 times. So using those values, right, I'll show you in a minute. Using these values here, you'll be able to laser across all the sites that you can pick up. So I hope that helps you guys, and some of you guys will be able to benefit from that. Let me know in the comments if it has helped you out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.